Hi, Sagittarius, and welcome back. Sagittarius, anywhere you have Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, wherever. You are all welcome here, or if you feel as if you just connected to the channel in some way, then you also. Sometimes you can just look at a reader or whatever and say, I have a message there. So let's get into it. Because this is the angel messages, the message from guides, spirits, um, all of the cosmic woo-woo world out there. And the truth is because we're a collective, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's coming from your guides. It could be coming from anyone's guides, right? But I digress. So let's see what's up. What's up? I love it because you're starting out with abundance. So there is a turn coming. And it's good. You're being blessed and supported. There is a way forward coming. So let's look at that. But underneath here, Sag, I'm seeing it too. Like Six of Wands, Six of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. Five of Cups is there too. Like, this is really about moving forward. It is. And it may be, for some, I always see moving cards with Sagittarius, so you can take this literally or just as a moving forward in your life. Now the Six of Wands, usually it can be a single card, but it doesn't really have to be here. Like I feel like you're just moving forward from something that you are really comfortable in, right? That maybe served you in some really great ways at some time. And if you saw the earlier reading, we were really thinking about memories, right? And that could be why, because of course the Six of Cups is looking towards the past. I don't feel like this is not moving on because you're pissed off or heartbroken. This is moving on just because it's time to move on, right? Queen of Pentacles, like this is about you and this is about your stability. It isn't about anyone else. Now I know I have some people here who are moving with a person. That's still true, but we're taking a look at it through a lens of what's good for you, Sag. Okay, so that doesn't mean that you're moving from a person or it just means that you're moving forward in life. And it kind of says too, like maybe even from some people that that could mean family. You're just, it feels like moving from a situation that might have been comfortable. Maybe you were there a long time, but it's time for, you're opening up to something new. Okay, and the Queen of Pentacles tends to be comfortable where she's at, right? So I don't think it's really easy, but and it does come with, what if it doesn't work out? Uh some fear based thinking, even maybe, but we'll see. So tell me about blessings and abundance. Blessings and okay. Ooh, justice. Okay, making a decision. That can also be cutting ties. Blessings. King of Swords. I mean, I feel like this is really about Two of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. Interesting. I just feel like the King of Swords can represent a person, definitely. Maybe even you have made a decision about leaving a person. I'm not saying that's what you did, but I'm saying that this is about about blessings and abundance, and this is about your future. And it is, the King of Swords is about like the plan for the future too. Maybe this wasn't part of the plan, maybe it was. Okay. Maybe it was. Two of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. Tell me about the Two of Cups. Nine of Cups. Like, this is just really about, the Two of Cups sometimes, because we know the Ace of Cups does have to do with self-love too. You could be moving into a new partnership, or it could lead you there inevitably, right? And it could also be partnering things within you, right? I just feel like whatever this is, it is leading you to a place where what you want and your heart space is the priority. Happiness is the priority. Putting your own happiness first is the priority. And what's interesting is, because the King of Swords definitely is a make it make sense thing. So for some, you may be leaving behind something from the past. There's no doubt about that, right? And it is leading you towards a partnership that very much has your well-being in mind, like your needs getting met, right? But it's just like the twos are so crazy, right? What is the Two of Pentacles? The Two of Swords. Maybe you don't even see it, right? And the Sun. Like, you don't see how happy you're about to get. And whatever is happening here, it may not have been part of your plan. It may not have been part of the plan, the big picture, but you're going to end up very happy, and you may end up in a partnership that really works for you, where your needs are really met. So that's really nice. That's really things working, things coming together. Okay, and by the way, so I was asking, your spirit guides also are telling you should be very proud of everything that you've learned. Like, you've taken the lessons. Sometimes we don't take the L's and then we just keep repeating them, but you took them. And this so much reminds me of the Hermit. So yeah, you've very much taken them, very much been about self-healing, because we see the inner child healing too. Is like, why this message? Because it's time for light. It's time for light, Sag. Yeah. So that was an interesting message. So, there is healing energy being sent to you. If there is something that has had to be healed in your life, like, it could be anything, and it could be about the body, it could be not about the body. You're being set free from whatever the problem was. So let's see, healing and freedom. And I love how the star is here too, right? Healing and freedom for Sagittarius. Two of Cups again. King of Swords. You know, whatever it is that you're leaving, for some, it is leading you towards something better, but you also had feeling for this whatever the King of Swords represents to you, whether it was the plan you know, how you planned your life, how you saw your life playing out. There was something about really being stuck to that, right? And maybe that's the people that you were with, you know, or a specific person. There is a fear here about this. You know, there is a fear of leaving, but look at this, the Empress. It's just going to be so good. So unbelievably good. So what is Sag being set free from? Queen of Wands. What is Sag being set free from? Three of Pentacles. We were seeing that a lot this morning. It may be a group of people. It may be like just moving on from what you thought you were going to be doing. It's that simple. Because it's all over the place here. What is cut the cords? Cut the cords. Ten of Swords. Okay, cut the cords. Clear, cancel, and release. You're definitely doing something here. You're definitely doing something that you might be a little unsure of. And it feels very much like leaving a situation. And so it's just really hard because you don't know, you're afraid to, from a sense of comfort. There's definitely this feeling of leaving something that was comfortable for you. And it really stems from something being healed for you. You know, it feels very much like it may be time. And it like it's time for something else. Ten of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. Like it's kind of that feeling, I've done all I could here. Now it's time for me. And I wasn't unsuccessful. It was successful, right? But I can't, there's nothing here for me now. So I have to kind of switch direction. And you don't know how you feel about it. You know, you may have feelings like, and it may be because the Queen of Cups is kind of on a sideways angle. It's like you have feelings about it and you don't have feelings about it. So it's like feeling like you're in limbo in terms of releasing this, and awakening is here, which you know, this is about you processing that. Tell me more about clear, cancel, and release. Six of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, because this is really an opportunity. It could be that someone else is being generous with you, right? But it's kind of really telling you that this is the time. The time is right. Seize the day. It's happening very quickly. Yeah, Four of Wands. And it does have something to do with home. And really a big life change, because it is the 1111 card. So what can Sag take away from this? The same cards came out, Sag. That it's time, you know, and that not to, even when it is like really moving fast, not to push against that. Ride the wave, so to speak. Ride the wave. So this was really interesting. Hopefully you will be able to figure this all out, right? So I'll speak to you soon. Toodles.